this. Hey, since like now.
To kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Bush, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
25.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
48-yard line.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Bush. And some room. And there he goes. Reggie Bush. Touchdown, New Orleans. Reggie Bush. 48 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On the stop was Aaron Donald. They'll run here with Bo. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Bo. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive starts with Reggie Bush. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That's a screen pass. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Morton Anderson for the field goal try.
Anderson on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Anderson's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-power offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Mostert.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. And it will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
1-yard gain. 1st down, New Orleans.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start here with Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 12. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
To Tony Gonzalez.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Second down at 7. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
25.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Bush on 3rd down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the 1st, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
21. Vikings nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Minnesota Vikings.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 50-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now the second down throw on target. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Mean Joe Green busting through to get him for a loss of 6. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intent.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Let's call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I was a blessed with normal feel. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and come to the chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick.
31. Get in the weight room. 31. Alert, alert, alert. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Allen. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. Touchdown, Chicago! DK Metcalf, 78 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Morton Anderson on for the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And this carries into the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry for Bush. And some space here. And there he goes. Reggie Bush, 20, 10, 5. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
40 on the tackle.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
From 6 yards away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
30-19. 6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. Check 43.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
New Orleans.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Odell Beckham, incomplete. Devin McCourty there defensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
To number 25.
These two teams all tied after one.
The first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
The extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
To make the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
47-yard line.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Morton Anderson to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. James. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Allen's throw is complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Raheem Mostert Bears have broken the tie.
For the extra point.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays.
Have some of this!
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Bears 28, Saints 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. What a spin. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Complete
33 yards that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
32.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Raheem Mostert.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Allen. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before half for Allen. They'll roll him out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe.
Sanders on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 head?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Porter. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's James. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and...
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Yeah, Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.